Well, hello everyone, and welcome to once again Week 2, Group A. It is day 4, which means that today it is up to Satocastor versus derStef. Two competitors for two very special places, as these are games which have high stakes with them. So far, this group has been a little bit of a yo-yo. Of course, first we had Heffy with the 2-0 win, then Glava took the victory for Team Holy, and then it went back into the Fellowship's favor again. So let's see if Satocastor can continue the streak, or if it is going to be derStef who is going to bring Team Holy into a proper third place here. Or if the Fellowship is going to take another clean sweep, or just a 2-1 victory. With that said though, let's try and figure out who will be the victor of Game 1. And the first game between these two is going to be on Mirrored Mire, which is going to be interesting. So, in the top left hand side, with the red pieces fighting for the Fellowship, it is going to be Satocastor. And in the bottom right, with a current nice workload, or it was nice, is it going to be nice again? Please let it be nice again. Please. Why is it not nice again? It's taking too long. No. I'll leave it at the bottom of the screen for now. But with the blue pieces on the bottom right hand side, it is going to be for Team Holy, derStef. Hate to see it. You hate to see it. Anyway, it is looking like derStef has an interesting wall of situation going on here. Oh no! I saw it. Anyway, derStef has an interesting wall of situation here, as he is going for a den opening, which Sato is doing himself as well, going for a strategy we have seen more and more in the past few games, building a house very close to the gold mine, and the den relatively close as well. But this is an interesting wall of situation. This is not blocked off. Of course, the worker is able to run through the opening over here, but there is an additional opening below the den and above this neutral house. So, even though it may kind of look like a wall, any wolf of Satocastor can actually run straight through this opening. It doesn't need to walk around or anything. It is a pretty open setup. Having that said, as you can look at the bottom right hand side of your screen, you can see the money from derStef slowly climbing up, so he is going to get his natural relatively soon. Might be a little bit of wasted time from this worker though, but nonetheless it is going to be ready to go. It is going to also be only one wolf from derStef, so he is going to give up some pressure, or some map pressure, to Satocastor. The wolves do pass each other. No fights have ensued just yet, but I do feel like these two are going to... They are also not going to fight each other. Okay, well, never mind. Satocastor gets a free wolf into the base of derStef, is going to harass the worker, will delay the natural base. Satocastor will see that the natural has been constructed already, but or at least has been started already, but not that much that can be done against it for now. Constant wolf production, at least up until 4 for Sato, so he definitely has some more wolves ready to go. Second wolf has popped out for derStef. Will manage to push back at least one of the wolves with some additional workers. This is a very interesting situation. Nothing of this is walled off. It is a very interesting SimCity. Satocastor will have a wolf in the base, which might be able to get out, not entirely sure, as he get a natural himself. But this wolf is going to be followed. This watchtower is almost halfway done being constructed. This worker will now make its way back home. This wolf, I assume, is going to die. No, it's not going to die, at least not anytime soon. And continuous scouting information from derStef. Oh, no. Why? derStef, why did you have to do that? This wolf is now going to die. Pretty much nothing that he can do about it. We'll get some final seconds of scouting information though. Watchtower at the natural base is finished, but as you can see, once again, there is an open spot here. So this is all just an open highway. It is going to force any army to go in single file though, which is going to be an interesting situation. So if Satocastor does decide to attack derStef, as he did get himself a second then, the surround on the tower is not going to be as easy because of the single file, and obviously it will take a while for all of the army that is going to be clumped up to move into single file, so it'll definitely slow it down. Definitely interesting SimCity there, but not entirely sure if that's the best way to go around it. This wolf is going to get surrounded though, and is going to be an easy pick-off for Sato here, which is not nice to see for derStef, as he is leaving a wolf at the one of the two possible third base locations here, trying to keep an eye on that, as Satocastor is doing the exact same thing. I personally would assume that this is going to be the third base that is going to be taken, and not this one. Just like Sato is scouting that third base respectively of derStef. But not entirely sure which one should be easier to defend. Of course, this seems like it has a little bit more of a surround potential. One pathway is being blocked by a mill, but this, in my eyes, seems a little bit tougher to defend than over here, because you also have a very quick walk around for yourself. However, that's not necessary, as Satocastor is going for an attack. He does have to deal with the watchtower though, and we've seen this before between Glaba and I believe it was Holy, I'm not entirely sure. Or it was Hydra, Glaba versus Hydra, that could be the case. But a watchtower is strong, and especially if you add in the workers as well. Workers are way stronger than you expect them to be. Werewolf Den has been completed. Advanced Workshop is almost completed as well, so he's definitely going to try and do some werewolf drops, but there's absolutely nothing of production for derStef right now, so it feels like Sato just has all of the pressure he needs. He is himself building a workshop here, so he's probably going to get himself some catapults there as well. This is also an interesting situation. derStef moving all of the workers to go and probably try to use them all to repair, and oh boy. Yeah, werewolf is bigger than one slot, my man. So he needs to wait for the airship to actually take it out. Does rally the werewolf then to the outside now, but this one is stuck for now. We'll be able to pick it up and drop it down though, so not entirely sure if that is going to help him that much, but it should at least get him ready for some defense. Of course, the watchtower is going to help a lot. The workers are going to walk in now as well. But it is not one of the best positions of derStef to be in. There's still a lot of pressure. But, of course, Sato does need to keep paying attention to the possibility of a werewolf drop inside of his base. This is not nice to see, though. A watchtower not being cancelled, but going to be absolutely destroyed instead. So that is some wasted potential when it comes to the gold lost. Now this werewolf is also going... Is it going to be surrounded? It doesn't look like it's going to be surrounded. He's going to target the werewolf then. It is a very nice smash from the werewolf, and here we can see the single fileness coming in. It is not a lot of attacking power here. This hold position from this worker is doing God's work. Or actually not hold position. It is repairing now. For some reason these wolves are probably on a move command, but they're not actually going to do anything. This watchtower actually has 7 kills right now, which is absolutely ridiculous. So Sato, unless he obviously got a third base trying to get his economy up, but unless he is getting himself some catapults or maybe Gatling guns to try and deal with the werewolves, as it seems like he's going to try and do. Is not entirely sure if he's going to be able to deal with the werewolf drop. This ship does have both werewolves in it, so it is going to be a risky endeavor. This watchtower for some reason again is going to be not finished under construction. It's going to be interesting to see what this airship is going to be able to do. There is a watchtower here ready to defend. One Gatling gun coming out as well, a ballista coming out as well. It's not too much pressure of Satocastor at the natural just now. You can see the red dots moving in and out. 2 werewolves going to be drop double smash. Doesn't actually deal as much damage as you expect, and this werewolf then is completely healed again as another werewolf drops. Pops out, I should say. This watchtower is going to be completely destroyed. And these werewolves are going to wreak havoc when it comes to Satocastor's base. Once again, just an overextension of these wolves on this werewolf then. It's not going to be enough in order to take it down. In the meantime, the workers over here are going to be smashed one by one from the werewolves. This is going to be another double smash here. Actually, interesting to see if they will both charge up once again. And yes, there they go. Maybe another smash from another werewolf. Not entirely sure if they did the smash at the same time for both of them, but a lot of these workers are on very low health. All of the wolves over here have been taken down, 19 in total. And now he should want to go and pick it up again. This one is going to die, it seems like, because the ballista is going to be too close for the airship. However, it would have preferred it to have the werewolf actually take down the ballista there, but that is not what happened. The werewolf was dropped on the outside here, doing nothing really at this moment. Workshop has been constructed, or is going to be constructed for the second one, I should say. So it seems like there's going to be at least a little bit of a switch. derStef himself is still just on one werewolf then, which is not really that nice to see. Watchtower is once again going to be completely destroyed. This wolf is going to go down. These 2 wolves are going to get away. But another watchtower being constructed, while 2 of them have once again been taken down. First one was a little bit of a mistake. Second one was constructed and did get some kills. But I don't think that it is necessarily going to be enough. Also, I don't think that it's going to be enough to just let this werewolf walk in and be tanking this watchtower. Definitely wants this to be moving out. It is still being targeted though, so this werewolf is going to be taken down by the... No, it was almost going to be taken out by the next shot. Just about survives. Another smash comes in. Not a lot of workers over here are going down though. Werewolf is going down. He wants to pick this up, but is he actually going to be able to? No, the ballista actually takes it down, and all the Gatling guns and the wolves take down the additional werewolf. derStef does have money. He is going to make his 3rd base, but he is not producing anything. He's not making another werewolf. He is... Well, he started construction of 2 dens, and now he does a little bit of a mismanagement of his dens here, but it looks like Sato does have a lot of the upper hand here. When we look at the entire army, it is 11 wolves and 6 Gatling guns versus 1 wolf and 1 werewolf. Werewolf chilling at the 3rd instead of at the natural, so he's not even going to be able to defend this that quickly. The single watchtower is not going to be enough in order to take down this offensive. Is it actually going to be able to take down the werewolf then? This would be a massive blow to the production of derStef and would probably cause him to GG out, because losing this den means that there is no production. It's just now 2 normal dens being popping out. But I don't think that is going to be enough. Werewolf does manage to get picked up by the airship, so that is nice to see. Stays alive for now, does go and regenerate some health. There's still a 4th coming in from Sato. He is keeping tabs on all of the moves to a possible 4th from derStef. So containing his opponent while continuously expanding himself. If you go to the income tab, per minute it is not that big of a deficit. It's just 150 to 200 gold, but over time he's 1100 gold behind derStef. It's not really looking good, and with that economy, it is a nice try going for dragon lairs and getting yourself an animal testing lab. It is a commendable attempt to come back, but with being 1200 gold behind, I'm not entirely sure If that is going to be what you need, it might just all be a little bit too late. Another watchtower is going to be constructed. Is it actually going to finish? It kind of looks like it. Workers, once again, are stronger than you think. The watchtower is going to be repaired by one of the workers. In the meantime, double watchtower over here are going to add to the defenses. So far, so good. Werewolf, though, is going to be taken down, but it is eventually going to be pushed back. But for how long is the question? Catapults have started, 2 Gatling guns at a time. A mill has been constructed, and he is making Gatling gun, or not Gatling guns, gyrocrafts as well. A forge is being constructed as well to get himself some mechanical unit attack upgrades, I assume. Another den is being constructed. The first dragon is being produced as well. Let's see if the dragon is going to be enough. Satocastor does not have anything to actually shoot in the air. Even though he is getting gyrocrafts now, I'm not entirely sure what is the better thing to do here. The derStef being supply block does go and add 2 houses at a time. Might want to look in getting a 4th, but it doesn't seem like it's going to get too far. This one worker will be caught by the wolf over here. The first gyrocraft is going to enter the fray here. This one wolf will spot that the 4th has already been constructed with a watchtower there as well. This gyrocraft will also immediately scout that there is a dragon over here who's trying to defend this worker. We're going to construct this house. It will be finished just in time, so the other dragons are also going to be constructed. This watchtower is going to be denied. In the meantime, the natural base is going to be attacked as well. The watchtower is going to be slain almost immediately. And this massive attack is going to focus on the worker line here. These workers are going to dig straight through this army and going to transfer themselves to another one, to another gold mine. But is it going to be enough? Kind of looks like the natural base over here is going to be taken down. Also over here, the first catapult enters the fray. The Gatling guns are definitely a great addition. Same with the gyrocraft. It is a lot of damage that is being dealt. When derStef does finally GG out, as he sees that the continuous onslaught of the continuous bashing of Satocastor's army is just too much to hold. The dragons were just a little too late, and it does mean that Satocastor gets himself a 1-0 lead. And with that 1-0 lead, it's looking more and more like the Fellowship is going to be clear. Still, they are being chased by Team Emderg, so this is a very, very necessary clean sweep that Satocastor needs to be putting on. So far, he is 1-0, so he only needs one more game, obviously, to get this clean sweep. But derStef as well has many things resting on his shoulder. Is he going to be able to swing it back and take at least one map for Team Holy? Let's find out in game number 2. And game number 2 is going to be played on Xenos. A map we haven't seen in a little while when it comes to this Pro League. It has been a few series. Having that said though, it is not ravaged, so does that mean that this is going to be a 3-game series? Or are we not even going to get to ravaged? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that is by letting the player in the red spawning at the bottom left-hand side position let him cook. It is Satocastor. The workers are looking very confident, I have to say. So let's see if the confidence is justified. Okay, well, curious to see what they are going to be up to. Mr. Cheeky boy in the blue on the top right hand side of this map. Mr. derStef. What are your workers up to? What are your workers up to? It is a proxy 2 then. Okay. It's kind of interesting to see that he is placing them there. Obviously he wants to be a little bit safe. But I might have been able to put him at least a little bit closer. But maybe derStef knows some scouting patterns that Sato might do when he is ahead in a series. Or maybe on this map specifically. that he knows that he can place them there. Or maybe he just had the money to do so and immediately put them down. We'll never know the tactics of this man. He is going to completely block off his base with the double house, which is a very interesting move. Not letting Sato actually get into his base with his own wolves, as he is getting himself a singular den this time. So that is going to be interesting. Not entirely sure why he is moving the worker back and not actually finishing this house. But I guess we'll figure it out eventually. He does not want this worker to be spotted though, and it immediately gets spotted. So Sato immediately is going to know that something is up. He did see the worker coming from the top, I assume. So it's going to be curious to see if his wolves are going to be moving around everywhere to try and find the proxy. It's going to be interesting to see that derStef is also going to save up the wolves, and once again he's not finishing this house. I don't know why you're not finishing this house. The wolf is going to be finished. And you do have money to make more, but you're going to be supply blocked because you did not finish this house. Why are you doing it this way, derStef? You are forcing yourself in a worse position than you need to be. Satocastor is now finding out about the wolves here. It's going to immediately be placing down a watchtower and a second den, trying to get himself in a better production position here. The wolf control is not really that good. The one wolf of Sato is going to be taken down. The second one is also going to be taken down very quickly. And he wants this wolf to be secure. It's almost been taken down. These workers now all on hold position. This is actually going to be, well, I want to say, not necessarily devastating for derStef, but he is winning a lot of time here. Satocastor is going to let this watchtower finish. The second den is probably going to be finished relatively shortly as well, but with the defense of this watchtower over here, all of these wolves are just going to go down because the workers, with their damage over here as well, and just going to surround the wolves here, not letting them escape even a single bit if they wanted to, is going to take down all of the wolves from derStef. And with this Cern over here as well, a nice hit there too. It looks like it might be over for a boy in the blue. He does obviously have some wolves remaining, and when it comes to the worker count though, it is 9 workers for derStef and 13 for our boy in the red. Production is going to be equal, but it's definitely going to be Sato who is going to be ahead here. Once again, the base is still being walled off. There is no naturals, so Sato does not have to worry a single bit about that, but his main base is completely secure. 4 wolves versus 5 and a watchtower and workers, definitely not going to happen. So it's going to be interesting to see where this is going. derStef still has 1 worker all the way up top here, not really doing anything with that. Might want to maybe get himself a hidden base there, if he wants to actually be able to expand outside of this base without needing to take down the houses here, which are slowly going to be taken down by the wolf on the other side of the map from Sato. More walling and more SimCitying is being done by Sato. Does not want to engage this wolf army really outside of the range of the watchtower, really wants to try and lure them in. He's getting himself a third den, definitely putting himself into a more advantageous position. And I think that this is still an open spot where he can single file back into his gold mine, which is a very nice SimCity for a player in the red. Even if derStef manages to push through, he needs to take down either all of these buildings or single file into the watchtower, which is not really a good thing to do. So once again with derStef, not really producing anything, not making any workers. It feels like Sato is going to push him back, and with the triple den is going to overwhelm our player in the blue. I think it's just going to be a matter of time For some reason, derStef is going to construct a watchtower here. I assume that he might be saving up for a castle and gets a watchtower here first and then place a castle, but I'm not entirely sure why you would do that if you're already so far behind. Might as well place down the castle immediately. These dens, though, are going to be taken down. Is this wolf going to pop out? It looks like it's going to be popping out, but it would be taken down almost immediately. It's not going to be enough. One wolf of Sato does get caught up. That is not really that good to see. Some bad movement from a player. This 17 wolves versus 13 though, and 2 of the 2 dens are going to be destroyed, so there's no more income from a player in the blue, or no more production from a player in the blue either. So this is all he has. He is getting himself a workshop, which is a nice move, but where is he getting that? He's getting that in his main base. And it has nowhere to go. Or he might get a workshop in order to get himself a mill. But before that's finished, that is going to take a while as well. I assume he's going to use these 4 wolves in order to try and take down one of these houses. derStef definitely should not go into the base of Sato over here and needs to put all his eggs on trying to expand. And yeah, there we go. derStef finally gets himself a natural base. He's going to attempt to get himself in a favorable spot. These wolves are going to be surrounded, so these are all just going to die. Which is nice to see. The house is not going to be taken down, as this repairman is going to be more than enough right now. But this is deadly. This force of 18 wolves is going to be absolutely deadly, and especially if derStef's wolves are over here about to get surrounded, because 18 wolves versus 13 is not a great position for derStef to be in. And it looks like he might be driven into a corner. He is trying to move around, but is it going to be enough? It's never going to be enough. He just got to keep moving. 5 more wolves are going into the house, and this is something that the worker cannot out-repair. So slowly and steadily, Sato is going to be able to run into derStef's base. If we look at the wolf count, though, this wolf count is actually in favor. Well, it's still in favor of Sato, of course. He's also getting more wolves continuously as well, getting himself a natural base too, while the wolves are working on the front door of derStef. Is he going to find the hidden secondary base? I'm not entirely sure if he even needs to, because once again, these houses are slowly and steadily going to be taken down. derStef is getting himself catapulted, so on the defense, especially with the triple hits on these wolves, there's a very nice shot from the catapults here. Is going to make the defense a lot easier. But yeah, it's not great a position to be in. This catapult definitely putting in some work. Got 5 kills already. It's definitely going to be stuck though. The wolves from derStef need to go back. He needs to move back the catapult as well. Hopefully he will get a second catapult in there soon too. Is it actually going to be enough in order to save the house? So far it has not been. The wolves of Sato over here are being surrounded, and since these numbers have dwindled down a little bit, and with some help of these catapults, it is actually in the favor of derStef. And oh no. The wall has been broken though, so this might be the beginning of the end, as 7 more wolves enter the fray here. And actually derStef dealing friendly fire on all of his own wolves. Oh, that's not what you want to see. And more and more and more friendly fire. No, my dude. It was such a nice attempt on the defense, but it's just not going to be enough. This catapult is going to be surrounded. These wolves are going to be taken down. This house might have a temporary stabilization effect here, but once these wolves attack this house as well, it is going to be taken down. Maybe they are actually going to be able to take down some workers over here. As in the meantime, more and more wolf production is coming in from Sato. He did get himself a mill, so he might be able to get himself some gyrocopters soon. But is it actually going to be enough? More and more wolves are going down. Workers are starting to be taken down as well. 4 workers so far. He definitely wants to just target fire the workers though. Why is he targeting this catapult? It's not going to happen, my dude. It seems like he's just going to prolong the inevitable, right? Because derStef does not have any production facilities apart from the workshop and the advanced workshop. He does have airships to maybe go ahead and try and do something. But what is he going to do? Because as soon as he moves his catapults, his base is just going to be budgeted in by the wolves of Satocastor. He's going to try it though. Does immediately place down the catapult again, and Sato, with a little bit of a good movement, can just slowly take care of the economy of derStef by constantly having to repair this house. Slow and steady wins the race when it comes to houses as well, or workers, I want to say, as the second base is slowly actually getting some workers here. The income definitely not enough for a player in the blue to support all of his production facilities. He's also 1300 gold behind when it comes to the mined gold. Did get himself a mill. Actually curious where Sato is sending this wolf, because it looks like it's going straight into the corner base. Not entirely sure if he actually saw something moving there, or if he's just sending a wolf there to be like, oh, well, just in case, let's see what happens here. Okay, well, that is too close for comfort, that's for sure. And yeah, he is going to move it in now, and we'll see this base here. Double watchtower, though, is going to be a decent defense now. But yeah, even so, it doesn't... Oh, well, hey, Sato, my man. With an airship of himself, dropping a full batch of wolves into the main. Not entirely sure if attacking the houses here would be the best part. I assume so, because there's not really that much else that you need to do. You want to just open it up, but there's no need. derStef. derStef says GG, gives the 2-0 victory for Satocastor, but not before telling us that he needs to train some more with Heavy. Which derStef definitely has some things to learn. Satocastor is obviously on top of most of his production here, did manage to get himself a 3rd base here as well. But yeah, after the wall-in and the destruction of the wolves then, it was kind of game over for Sato. With a little bit of a later hidden base here, which eventually was found as well. Could have gotten him back into the game, but yeah, he was floating 500 gold and was definitely able to do something with that, but it was all just a little bit too late, as Sato, with the continuous wolf baton, was just pushing into the front of derStef's base over and over. But with that push, he does secure himself a 2-0 victory and another clean sweep for Team the Fellowship. And with that clean sweep, at least they will have a little moment and a slight bit of breathing room before the next game of Team Mderg versus Team Pro League is going to try and see if Team Mderg can once again catch up to the Fellowship, or if it is going to be a continuous streak from Team Pro League to actually go and take over Team Holy's 3rd place here. But that is for the next game. This series was about Satocastor and derStef, and GG well played to both of you. Satocastor, congratulations with your 2-0 clean sweep, and derStef, better luck next time, my man. And having congratulated 2 players here, I'm going to congratulate you as well for sitting through the entire cast here. I hope you enjoyed this series, and if you did, of course, feel free to hit the like button. And of course, let me know down in the comments as well of what your thoughts are about this series. And feel free to also join Littlewargame.com and let us know in the lobby chat there as well, or maybe join the Discord and let us know in there. If you do not want to miss any of the coverage of the Pro League 6, of course feel free to hit the subscribe button too while you're at it. And don't forget to check out all of the other content creators of Littlewargame, because this Pro League season has been covered by more people than just me, and there's lots of interesting insights and a lot of good stuff to learn. So definitely check those out as well. And that is all that I have for you for now for Group A's Day 4 matchup. So I'll hope to see you in the next one. And until then, have a great day, my dudes.